Okay, there's a movement in a lot of different katas. It's in the Hyans, it's in Kusanku, it's in a lot of different katas where you step in and you do this. And typically what the bunkai is that I've seen, is the guy comes in with a punch and you parry it down and then you poke him in the neck. Cool. But to get him in the neck, if he's really fighting you, is going to be next to impossible. So I don't want you to think of this, once again, this is a hit down and coming in, because what's to stop him from parrying that hand? Then you have trouble. All right, so that wouldn't be a ballistic type of an action. But what happens if we're in here and I've got him into this position? Okay, that's when I have to start thinking about it. I could be pulling him in on the arm and down, but look at the exposure here for that shock. So as I'm coming in, boom, I'm pulling him back and forth to get into it. Now some kata do it behind the head as they do the spin. Some kata pull it behind the back. If I'm on the outside here and I've done this, okay, I'm not going to pull it behind my head to trap him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it behind my back. The spin is to snap the neck. Now how I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to do it for your pleasure, but my knuckle's right on his mental nerve to weaken him. So I came off the neck. So I've struck him. It didn't work. I'm feeding right into that mental nerve. I'm going to come right up with that attack, and then I'm going to be spinning. I left his head exposed so you could see the expression, but it would be tighter in here where I do that rotation. And I wouldn't rotate forward this way because I'd have to pull his whole body weight. I'm going to rotate backwards like the kata shows me, so I'm moving only my body weight with his head in between you, okay? Yeah, it gets tight in there, okay? So that's one application of this from the grappling position, where your hand turns around, gets him into the lock, and then you spin to damage the neck, throw the person, or be on your way. Another application off that is if I've got it on both sides, I could still do the same pull, okay? This time attacking from the front here to go into the person, then come right behind. And that's when I'd be doing my spin, and that spin is going to be choking on him to get that reaction on the base of the neck nerves, or put him into a blood choke. Okay, so as I enter, boom, I've come right in. I've maybe turned his head, which is great. I'm feeding right behind me. Now the rotation is going to be a push with this hand and a twist with the head coming up this way, and you can see what that does to the nerves of the neck. So that spin this way now can have a different meaning. It depends on the first person. You saw me come around over the top, okay, into the guillotine. Okay, if I landed my hand over and through here, I'm going right into the choking technique where I can get him to move by the spin. Right? So there's a second application to it. Let me give you one more idea with this. Okay, we've gone to the outside, we've come to the other outside. Let's go right through the middle. I'm not going to do this so you can see what happens, but instead of just pushing and then poking at his neck, it's going to be hard. His head's going to tuck, he's going to see that coming, he's going to flinch, he's going to move away. I'm not going to have any target. But if we're right here, and then I push in there, as I pull him, now I'm going to have that ability. And you okay? Okay, I'll try and stay on the side. I'm going to go to the side. I would go right into the carotid artery, carotid vein, the phrenic nerve, and also the vagal nerve by just going in with that, okay, cause this disruption. But what you're trying to do is basically this. But with your fingertips going into the neck instead of running on the outside. You okay?
Yeah.
Stay right there. Okay. Instead of going on the outside, you could go right in. So that could be a very dangerous, maybe lethal blow. What you saw me do is I just ran on the outside just for his safety. Okay, even though it worked okay. All right.
Yeah.
What happened inside?
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay.
Honestly, it hit the ground and just was like out like that. Yeah.
All right, we'll do a little more in a second. So you've got one on the one side where you can get him into the guillotine. You've got the other one where you came on the outside, you go out into the choking technique, and then you have one that you just go right through the body. And there's 3 ideas for just this movement. Okay, the Mansfield guys were just working on this a little bit. We were putting each other down with it. One idea is when you're doing this and coming behind your head to do the spin like some katas do, once you pushed up, what's that right there? You can just drop, yeah, okay, right into that chest. I mean, you extended that chest right here. That elbow now, as you're coming into this, could drop right in. You could drop him down with this. You could drop him down into the clavicle, as you've seen before. So again, it doesn't have to necessarily be this into a locking technique. It could be just a double striking technique. So again, when you're doing your katas, when you have Kyusho in mind, you get the targets in mind. Okay, first of all, that's the primary. Then you start thinking about tools. Your kata it has infinite possibility. So again, study the Kyusho so you can break down your katas to a much finer degree for your students.